Many years ago, it was not uncommon to see people bring reams of news articles and matter files to tournaments. In the Philippines, there was even a point where you would even see people bring what you would call a matter maleta, which is basically a luggage full of this stuff. And from my experience, this is mostly useless and clearly an inefficient use of space and resources. After all, you only have 15 minutes for your preparation time. And for every additional resource you bring, you add an additional load, physically and mentally, for your brain to consider. Yet, even so, printed material helps in quite specific valuable instances. Because again, we can't all be walking encyclopedias. So here are my most valuable tips when it comes to utilizing printed material. First, don't print out full articles. Instead, print only the most valuable and actionable snippets that you yourself have written and processed with your research. Matter loading is a system of making information retrievable and concise after that research. If you do your due diligence properly, then you've already learned a whole lot to deepen your understanding. And for a lot of people, this is the most important part of matter loading. If you've written a short summary about it and you've applied it to some arguments for your own internal processing, then you've also learned a little bit more. But for printing purposes specifically, you still have to cut this down even more to the most relevant facts that you are able to retrieve for speech purposes. The shorter it is, the better. Second, familiarize yourself with an almanac or any general resource material like a fact book. It's really a good investment. Know how to navigate the different country segments, just how you can infer more about a country from their primary trade resources, bookmark the issues that you think are very likely to come out in tournaments, and keep note of where the map is in your almanac. In my career, I simply cannot understate how valuable an almanac has been in saving me from many rounds where I simply just did not know enough, but was still able to make entire cases based on the summarized sheets from these books. Lastly, do not read during the debate. Especially in rounds where you anticipate that the use of matter will be very relevant, set a timer during prep time for what information you want to retrieve. Delegate to each teammate what each will be searching for. Jot down the most important facts on the side or corner of your paper. And then close your materials and shut them down for the rest of the round entirely. Remember, the point of printed material is not to spam facts or spam all the proper nouns that you have, but it is to add concreteness to your arguments to make them more relevant and true. This can only work best if you pay attention to the round and see how you can respond accordingly by tying these models of behavior that are incorporated in your arguments to the facts that demonstrate them because they are available to us. Alright, that's it for today's video. Thank you everyone and have a wonderful day.